how direct should we be with our recommendations as a data scientist when we're presenting to senior stakeholders and executives? When we're doing stakeholder engagement and dealing with senior executives, we're presenting the outcomes of our work, we're presenting the findings, and generally we want to cover recommendations in there. It's definitely their expectation. And in discussing both the findings, the benefits, and the recommendations, there's a level of how direct we can be with our communication, and to say basically like, this is the best thing ever and it's going to solve all the problems, or take a more realistic or tempered approach to say, well, this is an additional viewpoint that can be provided to experts to help them make more informed decisions. And obviously there's many levels below that. And it's a question that we as data scientists and AI teams, we always have to grapple with this as we're preparing with our presentations and having these executive discussions. Do we have a positive bias, a negative bias, and how direct do we talk about our work? For me personally, in the past, I've always dealt with executives that were quite early in their understanding of AI. They were early in their maturity curve, I guess. They were primarily driven by the hype that was sort of in the market, so externally, and for them to engage and want to be involved, I felt, rightly or wrongly, but I felt that the communication needed to almost match the hype. Obviously, not to the same level, but be quite optimistic and to be punchy about the benefits. And I think sometimes that is required. And as more and more executives are getting an understanding of AI, getting a bit more data literate, what we find is that they're able to see, they have more realistic expectations. And I think that as an industry, we're moving to a place where we would benefit from providing more realistic viewpoints and more realistic expectations. And essentially what that means is being able to understand, as data scientists, understand and see the whole business context and how this fits, how our solution fits into the current workflows, the current operations, the people that are doing the job today, and how this would either change or be the AI would change their workflow or be additive or complementary to their workflow, and be able to provide that view to the executive, I think is important. And additionally, give them the positives and negatives. So to say that, the positives is that we can do this for the first time and we have a gauge of whatever it is, the product, where we're ranking clients based on a dimension that we never had before. So that can be a positive. And then the negative is that it might only be one dimension that we're ranking clients in. At the moment, it's a new dimension that we didn't have before, but it's just one. And in the future work, we're going to expand to more dimensions, so we can inform people better or provide better information to the experts that are making the judgments in this case. So I think having that structure of being courageous, backing your work, and highlighting the benefits, but providing also the context on how this is going to be consumed in the organization and how it affects the workflow. And then finally giving sometimes it can be seen as positive and negatives. The way that I usually like to frame it is as work completed and future work. So the shortcomings, make them as future work, because then that means that this is an initiative that is worthwhile continuing, and you're signaling that in your communication. So to say, we have this new dimension, we can rank customers in this new dimension that we didn't have before. future, like next steps, is to include these other 2 or 3 dimensions, so we can combine that score and rank them in a more comprehensive way. And that is a really good way to cover all the loose ends and provide confidence to the executive that we understand how this can be used and how it can make a difference in the business. I hope this video helps. Please share with somebody that would get value from it. Tag them below, and follow for more videos like this, and hope to see you in the next video.